Hi everyone, Neko here with another recap.
Yuu Haruna, a reclusive teen residing in Tokyo with his 3 siblings, is an avid user of Twitter. One fateful day, he crosses paths with a strange young lady named Fuuka Akitsuki. Due to a misunderstanding, she accidentally damages his phone and slaps him. Yuu soon discovers that Fuuka also attends the new school he's transferring to. Their paths intertwine once more on the school rooftop, leading to another misinterpretation, which ends with Fuuka throwing Yuu's phone off the edge. However, she redeems herself by helping him locate it the following day as a gesture of gratitude for Yuu's kindness and returning a CD she dropped during their initial encounter. Later, Fuuka catches sight of Yuu holding spare movie tickets, generously given to him by his sister for a film featuring a song by Koyuki Hinashi, Fuuka's beloved artist. They decide to watch the movie together and, afterwards, join the queue for reserved phone charms meant for couples. Following their enjoyable day together, Yuu receives a message from a familiar person online. One day Fuuka engages in a heartfelt conversation with her parents, Suzuka and Yamato, both former sports enthusiasts, expressing her disinterest in joining the track team. Instead, she yearns to discover a passion that truly resonates with her. One day, Yuu spots Fuuka gazing over the school courtyard, shedding silent tears. He notices their classmate Makoto down there and jumps to the conclusion that Fuuka has romantic feelings for him. However, he later learns that Makoto isn't interested in girls, and Fuuka's tears were a result of being moved by an emotional song by Koyuki. The person reaching out to Yuu turns out to be Koyuki, an old childhood friend. Koyuki extends an invitation to her upcoming concert, which Yuu eagerly attends, accompanied by Fuuka. After the performance, as Fuuka sings herself, Yuu suggests that she considers pursuing a musical path. Feeling inspired, Fuuka decides to form a band with Yuu and Makoto. At the suggestion of Ms. Tomomi, Yuu, Fuuka, and Makoto decide to seize an opportunity for part-time work at a beach house by the seaside. Their goal is to earn some money to buy musical instruments. While at the beach house, Yuu's introverted and reserved nature makes it challenging for him to serve customers and creates some tension with Yahagi, the beach house owner. Yuu contemplates giving up and returning home, but with Fuuka's encouragement, he perseveres and gradually gains confidence in his role. His performance at work improves significantly. Later, while enjoying a swim, Fuuka and Yuu venture too far from the shore and find themselves in a precarious situation. Yuu loses consciousness, but fortunately, he regains consciousness once they return to the beach. This moment of panic and relief brings Fuuka and Yuu even closer. Meanwhile, in the evening, Koyuki contacts Yuu, and they arrange to meet up. Coincidentally, Fuuka also comes looking for Yuu, and is taken aback to find them together. After catching sight of Yuu and Koyuki together, Fuuka rushes away and returns to the beach house feeling upset. The next morning, Yuu attempts to clarify that he and Koyuki are merely friends, but Fuuka becomes angry, expressing her frustration that he hadn't shared this with her earlier. To everyone's surprise, Tomomi, Hisashi, and Kazuya visit the beach house. It soon comes to light that Tomomi, Hisashi, and Yahagi were all part of the renowned band Hedgehogs. They reveal that Hedgehogs went on hiatus after bassist Neko and vocalist Tama disappeared. Kazuya, who always wanted Fuuka to join the track team, voices his doubts about her decision to pursue music. In an effort to gauge Fuuka's singing talent, Tomomi proposes a test performance with Fuuka on vocals and Yuu on bass. Before the performance, Fuuka and Yuu apologize to each other, acknowledging the tension that arose from Yuu's meetup with Koyuki. During the performance, Fuuka captivates everyone with her impressive singing skills, and Kazuya eagerly joins the band. Koyuki pays a heartfelt visit to Yuu's residence, and her emotions surge when he hints at having affectionate feelings for her as well. At school, the band members come across Sarah, an adept guitarist and Hisashi's younger sister, who has struggled to get along with previous bands. Despite the past friction, Fuuka invites Sarah to join her band during their music studio rehearsal, and to everyone's surprise, Sarah agrees. During the practice session, the band realizes that they have room for improvement in terms of their instrument skills. Later, they all share a meal together, and after everyone else leaves, Yuu and Sarah make a startling discovery. They have been longtime friends on Twitter, unknown to each other until now. Sarah immediately warms up to Yuu, quite different from her initial cold demeanor towards him. Following a period of dedicated practice, the band convenes at Kazuya's garage and delivers a performance showcasing significant improvement in their skills. Fuuka is motivated by the progress they've made and decides that the band will participate in the upcoming school festival. Koyuki reminisces about her childhood and the strong bond she shared with Yuu. They were the closest of friends, united by their admiration for the Hedgehogs, affectionately calling each other Neko and Tama in tribute to the band members. However, Koyuki's family life was tumultuous, with her parents constantly quarreling and eventually separating. Regrettably, Koyuki had to relocate with her mother, leaving her heartbroken due to the forced separation from Yuu. In the present, Koyuki pays a visit to Yuu, inviting him to her upcoming Christmas concert. During their encounter, they rekindle their childhood promise to create music together. However, Koyuki becomes disheartened when Yuu mentions his involvement with the school band alongside Fuuka, revealing his contentment with just being friends with her. On her way home, Koyuki encounters a mishap with dirty water splashed on her by a passing truck. Coincidentally, she runs into Fuuka, and they find themselves at a public bath together. In their candid conversation, Koyuki confides in Fuuka about her unrequited love and shares how her emotions fuel her music. Empathizing with Koyuki's feelings, Fuuka promises to support her in making her love known to Yuu. Feeling empowered by their heart-to-heart talk, Koyuki leaves the bathhouse with newfound confidence to express her feelings to Yuu. Meanwhile, elsewhere, an unknown passerby discreetly captures a picture of Yuu and Koyuki together, sharing it with a friend, unbeknownst to them. The school bandmates persist in their rehearsals for the upcoming festival. However, things take an unexpected turn when the picture of Yuu and Koyuki surfaces online, rapidly spreading like wildfire. Rumors and gossip start circulating, creating a frenzy of curiosity among their peers at school. Koyuki's agency denies her involvement in the picture, refusing any further comments, while Yuu faces a swarm of curious classmates. Fuuka, though annoyed, urges everyone to stay focused on the school festival performance. Despite her manager's advice, Koyuki boldly reveals the truth on a TV program, admitting that she was indeed in the picture and that Yuu is her unrequited love, the inspiration behind her music. This revelation stirs up a wave of hostility towards Yuu from Koyuki's fans, with threats of sabotaging the band's school festival performance. However, undeterred by the challenges, the bandmates stand firm in their commitment to the concert and prepare themselves diligently. Finally, the day of the performance arrives, and an angry and unfriendly crowd fills the school's indoor stadium. Undaunted, the band takes the stage, ready to face whatever comes their way. Despite the menacing threats and hostile jeers from the crowd, the band stands resolute, determined to take the stage. In a shocking act, someone hurls a glass bottle at Yuu, causing damage to his bass. Yuu's sister, Hibiki, steps in to intervene but faces harassment herself. Amidst the turmoil, Koyuki, who has been secretly attending the event, reveals herself to the crowd, pleading for them to desist. Unfortunately, she gets cut off and surrounded, leaving her vulnerable. Yuu receives aid for the cut he sustains from the bottle, and borrows Neko's bass from Yahagi. The band courageously begins their performance. Their music has a mesmerizing effect on the audience, causing a remarkable transformation in the atmosphere. The once hostile crowd turns supportive, and the hostility finally subsides. Fuuka graciously invites Koyuki onto the stage, and together they perform a moving song. Koyuki seizes the opportunity to address the crowd, urging them to cease harassing Yuu and apologizing for the situation. The audience responds with understanding and support. After the concert, the band commemorates their triumphant performance at a diner and decides to adopt the name The Fallen Moon. Yuu attempts to reach out to Koyuki, but she chooses not to talk to him, concerned about avoiding further dangerous situations. Her stress and overwork start to impact her singing, leading to the announcement of her public hiatus and the cancellation of her Christmas concert. Alarmed for Koyuki's well-being, Yuu tracks her down and provides comfort and solace in her time of need. Yuu and Koyuki enjoy their time together, exploring various places in town. Afterwards, Yuu returns to practice with the band. Hisashi arranges a wonderful opportunity for the band to perform at a live music club. Excited by the prospect, Fuuka takes it upon herself to write the band's inaugural original song. However, as she delves into the creative process, her burgeoning feelings for Yuu begin to trouble her. These emotions intensify whenever she observes Yuu engaging with Koyuki, or spending time with her. Music producer Megami reaches out to Fuuka, extending a tempting offer for a professional solo singing career. Despite the allure of such an opportunity, Fuuka declines. Her heart is set on staying with the band, prioritizing her commitment to them. As Fuuka pours her heart into writing the song, she grapples with her feelings for Yuu, ultimately coming to the realization that she loves him. Completing the song, the bandmates prepare fervently for their upcoming performance at the music club. Meanwhile, after years of vanishing, Neko and Tama finally make their return. On their way to the music club, a close call occurs when Fuuka narrowly avoids getting hit by a truck while trying to retrieve her phone charm, which she accidentally drops onto a crosswalk. At the club, the Fallen Moon takes the stage and delivers a captivating performance, featuring their newly created original song, For You. The enthusiastic audience includes Koyuki and the members of the Hedgehogs. However, after the electrifying show, Fuuka astonishes her bandmates by revealing her decision to leave the Fallen Moon and pursue a solo career. With Fuuka's departure, the remaining bandmates reluctantly decide to disband the Fallen Moon. They set out on their individual paths, with Makoto returning to his family, Kazura reigniting his passion for track, and Sarah joining a new band. Koyuki pays a visit to Yuu at his home, pouring out her heart's desire for them to be together. She suggests that even without the band, they could pursue music side by side. However, Yuu ultimately turns down her proposal. Unwilling to accept the fallen moon's end, Yuu takes matters into his own hands. He writes a new song and creates CDs for each of the former members, imploring them to reunite for the band's sake. Despite their initial reluctance, each member slowly succumbs to the call and decides to return, rekindling their commitment to the band, fueled by the hope that Fuuka might also return. Desperate to find Fuuka, Yuu makes a stop at her home, but she avoids him, adding to the mystery surrounding her absence. The fallen moon, determined to move forward, accepts another offer from the music club to perform, even though Fuuka has not yet rejoined the band. However, Yuu makes a firm commitment to bring Fuuka back before the performance. Koyuki meets with Fuuka, encouraging her to come to terms with her feelings for Yuu. On the day of the show, Yuu embarks on a quest to find Fuuka and eventually discovers her on the school rooftop. In a heartfelt moment, they both confess their love for each other and return together to the music club. The fallen moon, now whole and united, delivers a sensational performance, premiering their new song, Fair Wind. As the band embarks on their musical journey, the Hedgehogs also make a triumphant return from their hiatus and resume their performances. Koyuki, filled with ambition, starts her own band called Rabbits. Throughout their musical endeavors, Yuu and Fuuka strengthen their bond. They visit a shrine together, offering prayers and pledging to always be there for each other. And so, the tale of the fallen moon continues, intertwined with love, passion, and the pursuit of musical dreams. And this is all for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.